This is the year that we opened our Dreams Magnet, and we are celebrating our centennial.
You guys know that this area used to be a real theater?
No way.
It was a theater before it became a school. That's why it's shaped like this. It's like it's like a Greek theater.
Yeah. That's why I said.
That's why you got the columns.
Where it started was really with the architecture. You look at Angeles Mesa and you say, wow, look at how grand this school is built. It led me to the question of why, because it looks like no other school in, I'll say, Los Angeles. That led us to research how old is the school. And when we found out that it was built in 1917, then we said we have got to celebrate our centennial.
Famous architect, I think Paul Williams, designed this building. I always like to see how the columns look, and then how, just the structure of the building.
Show some of the columns.
Any time you want to go around. Memory? Yeah, sure.
I got a lot of memories.
Can you share?
We did graduations here. All the chairs out and kids were facing that way.
I found out about this school because I lived in the neighborhood. My house was around the corner and I walked to school every day and I could actually hear the bells of Angeles Mesa.
I was a teacher here. I taught first grade. I taught second grade. In the final 15 to 20 years, I taught first and second grade combination, potential gifted children.
This was my classroom. This was my classroom. I was in this room for 30 plus years.
I learned about Angeles Mesa through a friend. I actually taught in another school district in another city, and there were openings for teachers at Angeles Mesa, and they needed someone that was bilingual, and I was kind of bilingual.
And the school changed to a K through 5 school at that time. So instead of teaching 6th grade, I went down to 5th grade.
When I stepped on campus, I felt really great because I had good memories here. I had a good team partner that's right here.
I taught several grades 3, 4, and 6. Then I served as the Title I coordinator in the office for many years.
I was a teacher. I taught from 2nd through 5th grade. I did auxiliary activities such as being the gifted coordinator. I did a lot of video. We even won a few awards school-wide here. We had a chess club. So I did things outside of teaching to try to get the kids inspired about being here.
I'm the one of the after-school playground supervisors. So I see some of you after school, and our job, or my job there, is to help assist with homework and plan activities for the students.
I'm also a supervision aide, and my title is to secure and protect. No, I'm supervising you guys and make sure you guys having fun. You know, school is supposed to be fun. It's also learning, though.
My job now, I am a campus aide. So I make sure that the yard is secure, that every kid on campus, as well as adults, are safe.
A principal is a teacher that enjoys working with children and enjoys working with adults. So I was a teacher principal.
So when you become a magnet, what's very important is that the theme of the school be unique. DREAMS stands for design thinking, research, engineering, arts, math, and sciences. Angeles Mesa Dreams Magnet is the only design thinking magnet in Los Angeles Unified School District.
My favorite activities are iDesign Lab right now at Mobile Films. I'm enjoying this very much.
What I like about Andres Mesa right now is all the activities such as like assemblies, student council.
I really like the playground there. It's really nice. Right now, I like about Angeles Mesa is the teachers and how they will help you in being a smarter child.
The creativity and the out of the box thinking and teaching and learning, that those experiences that are typically associated with a different part of Los Angeles that may be more affluent, they may have more money, to bring those same experiences here so that through public school, there's equal opportunity.
The staff wanted to make the school setting something that the children wanted to come to, so we worked on important things like making the campus beautiful.
We had a teacher here named Mrs. Mary Frances Oliver, who was really an excellent art teacher. And she and her assistant, Mrs. Aya Sakaguchi, set up this art alley so that the teachers would decide what art lesson they wanted their students to have when they visited the art alley once a month or twice a month. And the teacher would decide what she wanted to teach. Well, Mrs. Oliver and Mrs. Sakaguchi set up all the materials that they needed.
I recall also having a stock market simulation. We had a stock market simulation where the kids would choose a stock, they would then chart it, and they would see every day if the stock made money or didn't make money. I don't know how many of them were exposed to this at home, so I would definitely want to fill in the blank, have them know that there are lots of ways you can be successful and make money, and the stock market was definitely one of them.
And one of the interesting things that the kids also enjoyed in second grade only was a math program called Challenge Math. We really challenged them. I created the program, and the whole second grade used it, and it improved their scores, and the kids had fun using the program.
We had a sports day school-wide event at the end of the year from kinder through fifth grade, or back in the day it was kinder through sixth, and all the kids got to race. Yet the fastest from each class got to participate, and you get an award after it, and it was very rewarding. I stole the show, second grade and the fifth grade.
He's saying that because he won for his grade level.
We celebrated Cinco de Mayo, where everyone went out and danced.
We got to put on a show for the kids, and we will have 3 performances, one in the morning, afternoon, and then one at night for all the parents who couldn't come to see. So we got to display our talents to everyone.
Well, when I was here, we had a lot of different types of people that still lived in the neighborhood. So in my class, there were Chinese students, there were Japanese students, there were Caucasian students, there were Latino students, there were African American students. So we had a wonderful mix of all kinds of people to learn from.
Majority of the kids here, I know your parents, I grew up with them too, so I get a lot of respect from them for that.
Oh, I have so many good memories. My best memories are of many of the students that I worked with. Some of the most challenging students were the ones that were often the most rewarding. I got a chance to really grow as a teacher.
I remember one year I had had an architect come in, and he worked with my students, and we built, it was called the Angeles Mesa City of Angels, and it was right out in the courtyard. And each group of students had to build a building that they would find from a city. We had a recycling theme. We ended up getting into a nationwide contest, and we ended up winning the contest. And myself and 3 of my students were flown to New York and we were presented at the United Nations.
I would say one thing that we all did back in the day when I was in school is we respect our elders, we respect one another. You're not always going to get along with somebody, but the key thing is to respect everybody for being different and their differences. And that's one thing we got along with. We had a lot of women here and males that taught us that. A lot of people come from single families, and a lot of these women dedicated their time to help, kids.
I agree with what he said. Respect. Respect is the key. Um, because you need to show that you respect one another in order to get respect as well. It also shows what you've been taught at home. Your parents send you to school, they want you to be proud. They want to be proud of you. So when you go to school, you're supposed to put your best foot forward. We expect you to have a good time, but like we say after school, when it's time to work, it's time to work. And when it's time to play, it's time to play. So you work hard, then you play hard.
I'm a parent as well and a grandparent, and I always try to work with my students like they were family.
I would like to see a lot of you kids push yourselves and not be too complacent on achieving your goals. Like strive, shoot for the stars. Don't shoot for something that you know you can achieve. Try to set high goals.
I imagine my future in a lot of different ways. Like sometimes I imagine myself being a baseball player because I love baseball. And sometimes I imagine myself as a pastor in a church because I go to church and I love church.
What I imagine Angels Mesa in the future is a very well-known school that's very educated. The teachers will teach the kids a lot of skills, a lot of new ways how to achieve something.
I imagine Angeles Mesa in the future as a successful school where you could learn a lot of things and get smarter every day.
So I imagine that over the next 100 years, students at Angeles Mesa would be involved in what happens after that. Like, for example, in first grade, one of the first graders built a hovering home for the future and told me this story that he knows that in Los Angeles we have earthquakes. So he was thinking, well, what if we built a home that when the earth starts moving, the home just rises up and hovers. And then when the earth stops moving, sensors say, okay, it's fine for the home to now land. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is remarkable. And it's that kind of future thinking and that kind of future creating, that is what I see happening at Angeles Mesa.
In the future, I see myself as a successful woman doing a job that I like and being so happy that I went to Angeles Mesa and learned.